Hello. In this screencast, I'm going to show you how to use the Online PoodLL audio-video recorder in the Moodle. In this activity, we're only going to be recording the voice, so whether you're using a microphone or a web camera, only your voice will be recorded. For this one, I'm using Internet Explorer as my web browser. I'm doing that because Internet Explorer sometimes has a few more steps than other web browsers. I recommend using Firefox in general. It is the best web browser for the Moodle. Chrome works quite well as well. That's Google Chrome. Internet Explorer works well as well. So all three are okay, or Safari if you want, but I do recommend using Firefox in general. For this video though, we're using Internet Explorer. Alright, so what I have here is an ELSA 7 class. What we're going to do is an introductory activity down here. This is an assignment. Generally, the Online PoodLL will be appearing in assignments, but you may find it in other places on the Moodle. So I'm going to click on this assignment to get started. This is a simple introductory assignment. There's a few questions on the page asking you to introduce yourself to the teacher, telling them your name and where you're from, how long you've been here, what skill you think you need the most practice on, what's your favorite way to learn. You have about 5 minutes to speak in this activity, and down below we can see some information about the submission status. If you look over here, the submission status says that there's been no attempt. The grading status, not graded. Now what we need to do is to add a submission. It says here in the instructions to click on the button below to begin. This is the button below. Many of the Moodle activities incorporate buttons, so always look for these on the page in any type of activity. So I'm going to click on the button now, Add Submission, to get started with my recording. When the activity page opens, this one is an assignment. I can move down the screen a little bit, and we'll see here this box is opened up. The box is the Online PoodLL. This is where we're going to make our recording. I chose to use Internet Explorer today because I always get this box that pops up for me, the Adobe Flash Player settings. What's happening here is Adobe Flash Player would like to access my camera and microphone. What I need to do is click Allow to allow it to do that. If I click Deny, it won't record anything. So I'm going to click Allow. Now, you can see that this line is moving. That means it's recording my voice. And it's a very simple process. I click Record to begin recording. When I'm finished recording, I'm going to click on Stop. I'll wait a moment while it uploads and converts the information, and then I can click on Play to listen to it. When I'm satisfied with what I hear, I come down below and I can click on Save Changes. Over here you'll notice a small box. This is the Settings box. You can click on this and it allows you to make some changes to the setting of your microphone, but I don't recommend doing that unless you have problems. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Record to get started, and I'm going to introduce myself. I'll scroll up a little bit up the screen here so I can see my questions again, and I'm going to begin. So I click on Record and it will start to record my voice. Hello, my name is Paul. I'm from Regina, Saskatchewan. I've been in Vancouver for about 8 years now. I think the skill that I need the most practice on is probably my listening skills. That's what my wife tells me anyway. My favorite way to learn is a combination of things. I like to watch people, and then I like to do what they have been doing. I also like to talk to people while I'm doing that, to be able to ask questions or get guidance. So really I like watching, discussing, and doing. There's a lot of ways I like to learn. I like to read. I like to copy things down in class. But for the most part, if I'm doing something, I'm going to remember it better than anything else. Alright, that's a... Oh, I should click Stop now. You'll see now that it's converting. It's going to then upload. And this is putting the recording onto the Moodle for me to listen to. And once I click Save Changes, it'll be sent to my teacher. Give it some time. That was a long recording. When it's finished, we'll be able to listen to it. Okay, so it's been uploaded and now I can click on play to listen. Okay, I'm not sure for the screencast if you could hear that, but I could hear it quite clearly coming out of my speakers. So I'm happy with this, and what I'm going to do now is click Save Changes. If I wasn't happy with it, I could simply click Record, and I could start my recording again. Please note though that it does begin from the beginning again, so you'll lose whatever you recorded first if you click Record again. Down below here I can see the time, and it will tell me if I'm running out of time. I was happy with that though, so I'll click Save Changes. And I have now added a submission. Now if I look below Submission Status, you'll see that my submission status is a draft, which means it's not yet been submitted. The grading status is not graded. It shows me when I last modified it, and the Online PoodLL is here if I'd like to listen to it. Now we haven't set the portfolios up yet, so please don't worry about this, but you could listen to it again. You could click on this button to edit your submission or record it again. If you're totally happy with it though, you then would click on Submit Assignment. I'll click it now, and this will submit my assignment to the teacher. Now, you can see that I've submitted the assignment. It's asking me if I'm sure I want to submit it for grading. The assignment is my own work. I have to click this to make sure the teacher knows that. Okay, I will continue. And now my submission status has changed to Submitted for Grading. Grading status is still not graded, last modified at this date, and I could listen to it once more. Now please note, I can no longer edit it because I did allow it to submit it to the teacher. Alright, that's the Online PoodLL. I hope you found the video useful, and I hope you enjoy using this excellent online tool. Thank you very much.